Good morning. I decided to perhaps continue with the video diaries because so many of you had subscribed and looked at the channel. Over 2,200 people, that's very exciting. So I thought I'd continue it in England and we could look at what happens here and also when I work in Scotland and Wales and other places. Perhaps I might even pop over to Ireland. You could see how the storytelling is there. So, today I'm working at a school in Redditch, which is only half an hour's drive from my house, which is lovely. And I'm working with 4 up to 8, 9-year-olds, because it's a primary school. So it's just infants and juniors. Actually, it might just be infants because it's a first school. It might just be the little ones. And then I'm doing teacher training at the end of the day, so hopefully we'll get some clips of those things. Might not be able to photograph the children because of child protection procedures in Great Britain, but I think we can photograph certainly the teachers, and we can take photos of the school, so you'll have an idea of what schools look like in the UK. And perhaps I'll show you around my flat now. It's a bit strange, but it's rather lovely. So this is my flat. It's very small. I have a spinning wheel, which I think probably would work, but I don't know how to work it. And obviously the telly and the fire, these are all very normal. And then I have this woman in the corner. I don't know whether you can see her terribly well. She's rather gorgeous, isn't she? She's a bit dark, actually. You can't see her that well. And up on my cupboard tops, I have a lot of things. And in my cupboards, lots of books and pretty pictures of my family. And of course, a compulsory toadstool and a giant engagement ring here, which is rather lovely, on my sofa, which says love. And this is very normal to have in your house, I'm sure. Those are all the things I brought back from Mexico. And then, of course, more toys. Hi, Pinocchio. And look at those, they love each other very much. And little roundabouts and just lovely stuff. Just that's my mum. When she was young, she was rather beautiful. Just gorgeous stuff. So, and little things filled with little things. As you can see, I love seals. I want a seal tattoo. I don't know whether that will happen. And yeah, and then out here in my corridor, which is a little bit messy at the moment because I'm sorting out clothes to take to the charity show. Oh, look, there's me. Look, I have all my hats on display. I've got a hat tree, which is rather lovely. And my office shelves all fell down, so now my office is mostly on the floor. And that's a strange thing that I use for performances. It's supposed to be like a helter-skelter. In the fairground, which is rather nice, I think. And this is where I hang my bicycle, which I think is a great use of space. Ba-ba-da-ba! There's my front door. There's my bicycle hanging in the air. Oh, the life of living in a small flat. Hey-ho. So this is the school, and this is a staff room. Some staff rooms are different to this, a little bit more on the walls and stuff. Pigeonholes, we call these, where the teachers have their letters delivered. And it's a very nice school. It is a first school. And here is the absolutely essential in all schools, Henry or Henrietta vacuum cleaner. You'll find them in every school in the UK. Here's the, go on. Here's the app in action at this school.
Woman, and they pulled, and they pulled, and they pulled, but the turnip still wouldn't come out.
Brilliant, absolutely. So this is a class 2, year 2 class in Britain. Most classes have little bolt hole areas like this for children who like those little den areas and they feel less open and exposed. A lot of wall displays. And they're doing a lot around stories, traditional stories at the moment. There's a whole focus on greetings in different languages for looking at inclusivity with regards to different cultures. And they're making puppets as well. And the puppets are going to fit into the stories and the traditional stories, and there's different ways of making puppets. A lot of recycling happens, but perhaps not as much as happened in Mexico. And quite often we have these horseshoe tables for the children who need a little bit more support, and the teacher can sit in with them. So this is a British classroom, just an example of one. Hello, you.
Hi.
So you've just had some teacher training,
Yes.
and by me, Catrice. You got the best dimples. And what did you think?
It was amazing. Loved how we took everyday normal objects, put them into story maps. The children really enjoyed what they were doing. They were so vocal and they were so engaged, and we really loved it. We want more.
Excellent. And you've been using the app already, haven't
Yes.
you?
Yes.
The Traditional Storytellers
Traditional
app.
storytellers.
And the kiddies have responded well to it?
Yes, they have. Children who are not very engaged in wanting to share their work with anybody else, they
Yeah.
really enjoyed getting into it, choosing their own pictures, making up their own stories, and they really liked how they could listen back to their voices and hopefully that will translate into what they write.
Brilliant. I love you for saying that.
Sorry.
Thank you. That was nice of her to say, wasn't it? It's lovely when a plan comes together. So I had showed them the app in the morning, and they had just all got some new iPads. So that teacher downloaded it straight away and used it with her students. And as you heard her say, they responded incredibly well to it. And especially the ones who were more reticent about speaking out in the group, they absolutely adored it. So that's lovely. It was a great school, really nice. I was working just with the year 2 students. Often there's just not enough time to work with every class. It was a big school. So what I tend to do in that situation is start off with a whole school assembly so that everybody can hear some story of some sort. And then I quite often work with focus groups. So yesterday it was the year 2s who were just enchanting. And at 1 o'clock, I actually went and did a little bit of work with nursery and reception, because going into a whole school assembly for them is rather daunting. And they were so cute. Even more cute, I suppose, because it was Children in Need Day, and they all came in costumes with spots on and looking like teddy bears and in their pyjamas. Teeny cute children. Even more cute than puppies and tutus, I think. Lovely. And the school's having me back to do some parents' workshops, so that'll be great, and hopefully I'll be able to video that for you. And you can see, again, part of the work of storytelling in the UK.